Hey guys, welcome back. In the last video, we discussed how and why Java is a better programming language than the other languages and what are the features that make it special. If you still have any doubts regarding that, you can go back and review the video anytime. So today we are going to discuss what are variables and how do we declare and initialize them. So let's get started. What is the first thing that strikes in your mind when you hear the word variables? It's something related to variety, right? We have used numerous variables in maths as well. If you go back and review the maths you have studied till date, you'll remember that you have used a lot of words instead of numbers in algebra, right? X, Y, Z, etc., etc. But if you pay attention to a particular fact, it will be that variables in maths as well and in Java as well have always been used only when you don't know what kind of specific value is going to be there instead of the word. In the same way, in Java, variables is a word that we define at the start for storing a particular kind of value, and that value can change throughout the course of the code. That means the variable, the word we define at the start of the code, can hold a variety of values of a particular kind. Example, if I need a word to store numerical values, I can mention at the start that the variable is going to be of integer type. But I'm not specifying any value to be provided to that word. It's a variable, right? In the further steps of the code, I can define it 5, and then the next step I can change it to 6. It's all about the variety. Now let's see what kind of values we can provide to the variables. We have got a lot of variety in that as well. We've got character. A char stores alphabetical values for the variable. Example, you can see here, char c equals to t. I've declared a variable c which is of character type and I've given it value t. That means the c is temporarily going to hold a value or the alphabet t in it. The other type we have is int. Int is used for integer values. That means the variable I'm declaring is not going to hold any decimal values in it. The values I'm going to give to the integer variables are going to be only of integer numerical types. For example, look at the left of your screen. I have written int mango equals to 3. That means mango is the variable and it is of the integer type and it has been given an integer value that is 3. We can skip providing values to the variable at the start as well. Like I can just mention int mango. It will be a valid integer variable. We have got the types byte, short, boolean. Boolean is a type that can hold in only two kind of values, that is 0 or 1. We have long, double, float. Float, double and long are the type of data types for the variables that are of the same type. They are going to hold numerical values but in a bigger range. Like the float we have here can hold decimal values in it. For example, float f equals to 11.4. You see in the left side of the screen. That means the variable is f, its type is float. It is also holding numerical values, but the values provided here are of decimal types. So let's see in the code in the video in the next slide. How do we actually declare and initialize variables in Java according to its syntax?